Might not stay on too long because I don't sort of want to be on here probably 6 a.m. or after, and it's already 5:22. It's really 4:22 by the sun, but it still gets bright pretty early. Might jump into bed before the sun gets way out. Who knows? But anyway, how are you, good people? Happy Saturday morning from Australia. How you all going out there? Excuse me. Frog in the throat. Stress from being at work and it being quiet or something, but yeah. So yeah, how are we? What's happening? Happy January, Happy New Year to those that haven't seen me for a while. Anyway, if you jump on, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you wish. So one viewer, good morning from New South Wales, Australia. How are you going, good people? As I said, it's after 5 a.m. now. I think I said about 6 soon. Been wanting to get off here before 6, but it's after 5 a.m, so I probably won't go on here too long. But how are you all anyway? Just finished for the evening, morning. It doesn't hurt to be kind to people. Someone does it in taxis, Some people, they're going to do the wrong thing, but sometimes you got to give people the benefit of the doubt too. I was just thinking, and often it works, it's, they're not, or some people may want to do the wrong thing by you, but they end up not doing it. So you give them the benefit of the doubt sometimes, If you lose a couple of dollars here and there, it happens sometimes, but I think it's more the technology that's causing the problem in the cabs rather than the people necessarily purposely ripping us off. It's bloody phones and all this crap when the technology doesn't work, The old cash used to work better in the cabs, I think, because the FPOS goes down, you lose money, or you're waiting to drive around the block to get reception and blah, 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 and things like that. I think I gave someone a free job tonight. I just wasn't going to worry about it. Half fare voucher and something. It wasn't their fault. They kept reading system error, But it just becomes, it's just the system playing up aren't good. Or, people overdraw on their card or whatever, But anyway, how are you going out there, people? How are you going? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, beautiful people. I may only be on here 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because the simple fact that I've not long ago finished work, or not long ago got home from work, probably half an hour or something, and it is late, not late in the morning, but early morning, very late night, like, 5 a.m, 5:26 a.m, so yeah. Which is really halfway through the morning when you think about it, nearly, isn't it? When it's middays, morning's done, but it's still like night time because it's still a little bit dark out there. It's still a little bit dark. Hit like if you wish, good people. A champion, official 5391. Good morning. Might be afternoon where you are. Usually, more often than not, people seem to be watching from other countries, but who knows, yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, kindness doesn't hurt sometimes, does it? Even if you risk losing $10 in your cab, or you just let someone in traffic, or it just doesn't hurt sometimes. Talking about letting people in cabs. A couple of months back there, it was just one of those things where I sort of probably could have got into a left lane or could have stayed out of it. If I had got in, maybe I would have had to drive a little bit aggressively. I don't know. So I let this damn car come up beside me. I was going to a fair, doing the right thing. And lo and behold, he was an Uber driver. So I get to the address. He gets there just before me. I didn't know who he was. I just let the car pass me on the left, I'm on the right and blah, blah, blah. Didn't want to cut in front of him or whatever. Then we both turn the corner. He's turned just before me, I think. Gets to this address. I get just down. I look there. So I think I see the Uber sign on there. And then, anyway, not his fault, I don't think. The passengers rang us and rang rideshare, which I wish people wouldn't do that, Just ring one and wait. Just be patient. So anyway, but funny enough, I'm saying be kind. But yeah, I let this guy go past me. I didn't even know who he was or what. I sort of maybe had inkling because you see the Camrys with the dark windows and whatever. And but anyway, been nice, let the car through, and then the next minute we've both turned up the same street. I'm sure we were picking up the same address. He beat me by a few seconds. He was Uber. I'm in the taxi. He got my fare. But things happen. But it doesn't hurt to be kind. But it's 5:30 a.m. for me. I've just got back from work not too long ago. I'm okay. I'm home now. I was getting a bit annoyed at work. There was nothing happening. And the last job I just gave away, as I was saying, be kind, because it was system error on the cards. I'm sick of cards in taxis. I wish everyone just had cash again. But that wasn't his fault. He had a half fare thing in that too. But it's just often people, they want to tap everything. Not this fella, a different sort of situation. But so ones with the phones that are a pain. Nothing against you guys and girls, but just sometimes it's the taxi FPOS things that they're not compatible with the people paying with phones, and then people refuse to carry physical cards or a $20 note or whatever. But so I'm happy now I'm home because it was a quiet night, last fare pretty much given away. But New South Wales, Oh, thanks, user 7, for missing me. I had a few weeks off. I've just got to start getting on here again. I'm going to start making it, maybe think of stories, not stories, but inspiration for people to be kind to each other, and maybe a couple of cab stories that I can think of that aren't going to get myself or anyone else in trouble, because some things that happen in cabs probably shouldn't happen. But anyway, so I've either quit the channel or build the channel up, but we'll see how we go. It just gets disheartening sometimes when you got to get these watch hours up, don't you? Get these watch hours up, but not that matters. It's still nice to talk to you all. But you're in Queensland, so you're the hour behind totally alpha, so 5:32 here because of that silly daylight saving stuff. But But yeah, I probably won't get on here for too long, people, just because it's getting in the morning. Not that it matters. I get used to the sun coming up before I hop into bed sometimes, but still. I wouldn't mind not getting up too late. Because I missed the gym on Friday. I was only going to go now, and I thought maybe I won't worry about it. I'll have something to eat. A cuppa, maybe a milkshake or something, go to bed, then do that same routine in the morning with the food, go to the gym or early afternoon, go and maybe buy a roasted chicken already made up. They're not always the healthiest because they cook me a bit of fat, but that's all right because I've lost a few kilos. And even though it's still a little bit of a gut, I don't want to get too light because I'm only short anyway. I like to stick around 56, 57 kilos. I think I got down to about 53, so I'll go and get some greasy sort of chicken. So yeah, I probably won't worry about going to the gym now. I'll probably have a chat to you beautiful people, have a sleep, get up, maybe have a milkshake and have a tin of tuna, go do my bench that I should have done yesterday, but I was a little bit slack, you know. Just got so damn humid yesterday, so humid. Oh, because I don't wear shirts much on live streams, man. I just don't worry about it because you get warm. Australia's a warm country during summer and you're talking and eating and drinking hot drinks and you get a bit worked up, and I just don't worry about it. If I'm out in the street, yeah, I'll have one on, but you got the breeze and you're like... And the funny thing is, often when I was getting a few more views, I'd find when I had the shirt off, I'd get more views. Not saying because they're looking at me because everything's special, but I think I'd get more views from the trolls, you know. They'd say, oh, why don't you have a shirt on? But they'd watch and ask me, you know. So they're helping me, you know. I find I'd put a shirt on, I'd get like 20 people or whatever, and they'd just watch for a few minutes or take the shirt off. Like I said, I don't think it's because they're looking because I'm hot or something, but they looking because they want to criticise and say, put a shirt on, but it's still good for the channel, you know. So yeah, tuna, yeah. Yeah, you got to do things to attract the trolls, you know. Yeah. Always like nutters when they get on and say, oh, what are you doing this for? What are you doing? They're good. They're good for the algorithm, I think, for a while, you know. If they get real nasty and be nasty, it'll be nasty to other people and that, well, then they're gone. But, you know, put a shirt on, that's cool. That's not nasty. That's just having a bit of fun and trolling me up a bit, yeah. Yeah, thanks, champion. Thanks. Sometimes I do wear one, but I just got home and I took it off because I had a work shirt on. I don't always leave the work shirt on with the emblem and that. Not that it matters, but I just want, you know, you want to get out of your work clothes. Not that I did real long tonight, but I'm not even going to bother getting dressed again. Otherwise, you're just putting clothes, not, you know, dirty. I mean, I wasn't working in a coal mine. I was sitting in a taxi, but, you know, you get a bit clammy and sweaty and yeah, I'm not going to bother putting a shirt on. I'll just crash out, have a light shower or whatever. But yeah, thanks for support anyway, Mr. Alpha. Thank you. Hit those likes, people. Hit those likes. Feel free to subscribe if you wish, if you haven't already. Some have, some haven't. I think about 7 people have the last 2 days. I didn't jump on here for 3 weeks. And this is my 3rd one in about a day and a half, 2 days. Yeah, so anyway, 3rd stream. Thanks, champion. I appreciate that. Sure, the watch time at the moment is probably more important than the subs, but it's still good. It makes it look, you know, and it's not, if you sub too, then you just know when I'm on here, you know. if you hit that notification bell. As far as I know, you'll know anyway. Sometimes I believe the YouTube can get a bit temperamental, but yeah. Okay, well, good on you for having half as many anyway, because yeah, that's still a few hundred, man. Good on you. Yeah, keep building it up. Keep building it up. Yeah, no worries, man. You're welcome. I might jump off in a couple of minutes. I've actually got to do something, a medical thing to myself. Nothing weird. Just put some eye drops in and that. But yeah, I might run it through to about 18 or 20 minutes and then go. But yeah, if you subscribe and hit that notification bell, I'll see. I might try to jump on again for a few minutes today, even if it's just 10 minutes. I want to do other things, go to the gym and get things ready for work, wash a shirt, or just little things. But yeah, so if you hit that notification bell and I'm back on in 5 hours, 12 hours, whatever, 24 hours, yeah, we can say hello again. But 12 viewers now, 12 viewers. Sorry to the 11 or so that just jumped on. I might be going in a few minutes, but thank you for joining anyway. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. Say hello to Mr. Totally Alpha. Anyone else that may be on there. I'm not going to scroll through everyone at the moment because I can't see who's commenting unless I scroll back down. But thank you to all of you anyway. Thank you very much. I can see Master Mason Shepherd. Thank you. Thank you for saying hi. Hi to you. Hi from Australia, New South Wales, the main, or is it the main state? It is. It isn't. I don't know. Sydney's sort of the main places in Australia, but then the actual capital territory is Canberra. Then you've got Melbourne, which a lot of people say is better. But I went to Melbourne once. I had some strange people there. But anyway. Oh, you're from Australia too. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Thank you for joining. Oh, not much. Just saying hello to everybody after work. I'm going to go soon. Ben, how are you, man? How are you? Hit like, hit subscribe before I go, beautiful people. I'm going to go in a couple of minutes, but thank you for being here anyway. Oh, you live in Melbourne. All right, yeah. It did seem nice. The people I met there that were nice seemed really nice. Like people smiling on the public transport and that, but just there were a lot of us that were there visiting had confrontations or close to confrontations with people, where it could have ended up getting physical. They just seemed, I don't know, there was some pretty aggressive. I mean, I see aggressive people around here too, but maybe I can handle them because people from different states pick up on things. I don't know. But one guy had a go at me down in, not St Kilda, I don't think. Where's the big railway station, the famous railway station down there along Melbourne there where you walk out all the food and Anyway, some nutter was having a go at someone else and I was filming the trams and he wanted to fight me and then I had a taxi driver let me interview him and then he got all paranoid and waited for me at my motel and yeah, anyway. Yeah, thanks for liking and subscribing, Mason. Thank you, my friend. Hey, Caleb. Oh, Brisbane, cool, brother. Oh, yeah, no, in Albury, no, it's not St Kilda, is it? Not Roma Street's Brisbane. The famous stop-off in Melbourne there, just in the city. It's not far from Lygon Street. I don't know if it was called Lygon Street Station. It's not far from Lygon Street, I don't think. Maybe 20 minutes on the tram, but it's that big thing and you come out, it's all a big brick type building, I think. Anyway, if I can't remember it, I'll look it up later. I'll figure it out, yeah. I'm not having mods at the moment, man. I'll let you know in the future. I'm all right at the moment because it's not that big a channel and I've got to get to know my moderators because I know they can ban people and that sort of stuff, and I'm not real strict on anyone, but eventually maybe. Yeah, well, I think there's a few Australian YouTubers, but except for the real big ones, I don't know if they're that active or something. Maybe they give up on themselves. I don't know. Hey, nice banner boy. Yeah, hi, man. Hey, thanks for watching. Like the Filipino ones, they're the best because they're pulling themselves out of poverty. I'm not being smart about, but they on the low salaries there, and I've got Filipino friends, and I've communicated with some of them. They're really nice to talk to on Facebook and all that. I have met some of them, and they're killing it on YouTube, man. Like, they've got nothing over there in the way of us, and they get a little old phone, and then they get a few super chats, and they gradually buy more gear and more computer gear, and you see these beautiful Filipina, because that's the term of ladies. Anything with women in Philippines is A, like Pinay is woman, Filipina is woman. But yeah, anyway, they're really dedicated to YouTube, not like the Australians. They get on there, man, and they're like, within a few weeks, they got like 100,000 subscribers, but they're on there doing 8 hours a day live streams, making videos whenever they can, even if the quality's not good at first because they haven't got the equipment, but the Australians, if we can't work something out, we give up on ourselves, I think, yeah. Yeah, hey Mel, I live in Australia, New South Wales, yeah. Okay, your account got banned, brother, that's no good. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, so I take inspiration from the Filipino vloggers. So they're cool because I see they got nothing, and then they get in so many followers. If in a few months they're building a house, obviously a house is cheaper there than Australia. You're not going to pay like $1 million. It might be like 30,000. But through super chats and all that stuff, they're building houses, buying motorbikes. Good on them, because they've got nothing till they're 20, 30 years old, and they're over, through perseverance, they're becoming bloody professional YouTubers. And but yeah, it'd be good to see a few more Australians do the same sort of thing. But yeah, get in there and have a real go at this sort of stuff. Yeah. Okay, comments don't show up and stuff. Okay, well, things happen, man. That'll probably all go back to normal eventually. I think so. I can only see it sort of from here a little bit with my eye binoculars, but it looks pretty cool. I can see it's all nice dark and the blue around the totally alpha, yeah. Blue's a cool colour, man. I don't have that much blue. Like I've got some pink shoes I bought from the Philippines, like pink Nikes, man. I haven't even seen them here yet. I think you can get them. Actually, I think they're cheaper to buy here, but I think you got to order them in. But yeah, they're cool. Pink Nikes. I think I had a pair of Nikes that might have been pink. I think they might have been girls' Nikes when I was about bloody 12 or something, living in Sydney back in the late 80s. If I remember correctly, they were Nike Icarus. But anyway, I got another pair of Nike. I can't even think of the name. They're named after some basketballer. I left the box in the Philippines. I didn't want to put more stuff in the luggage. I travel light. But, pink Nikes. And, anyway, what was that brought that up? Yeah, I was just saying, I don't have much blue, but blue was cool. I used to like the aqua blues and that, and I see you got the blue and the black on your profile picture, man, yeah. And the same with that M here, that's a nice blue. Those aqua sort of Aquarius-like blues, yeah. Good colour, people, good colour. Oh, yeah, cool, you created that yourself. Good, brother. Good stuff. all the old school graph riders, the old school graffiti riders, 80s, 90s, man, they were all into the aquas and the fuchsia pinks. The fuchsia pinks and the old Tucson. They were actually a shoe paint, talking about shoes. Tucson paint. All the graffiti riders used to use that in the 80s and 90s, if anyone knows Sydney. The Sydney culture. Hip-hop originally come from graffiti. But anyway, that's a different story. It was all intercombined. They don't want to admit that now. Nothing against the new stuff, but always hip-hop and that you see now. It's not how it was originally back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. But yeah. It was all graffiti related, crime related, whatever, not that people should be committing crime, but if they were doing that, maybe it stopped them from committing so much crime. But yeah, it was all interrelated. Petty crime, graffiti, hip-hop, breakdancing. Yeah. But anyway, it just got me thinking about the colours and that, because all the old graph riders back then, they were using these sort of light blues that you got on your things and fuchsia pink, Tucson cans, Peace in the Trains and that, yeah. Yeah, cool, brother. I haven't even got super chats yet, but I'll try and set up a PayPal or something, but yeah. Oh, yeah, Mason, you're at your friends. Good, man. Enjoy the sleepover, if you want to call it a sleepover. I don't know if you're young enough to call it a sleepover, but yeah, enjoy your time at your friend's house, yeah. Miss the old sleepovers of being a teenager. I don't know if I did a lot of them, but even into my 20s, I don't drink anymore. I have nothing against someone that has a couple of drinks, but when you stop drinking, people seem to, I don't know. It's not as social, is it? For some people, not that it should, you got to find other things to do. But yeah, having sleepovers, I don't know. Yeah, just haven't done it much. Yeah, 5:50 a.m, man, where I am, 5:50 a.m. But I don't know, sleepovers would be big now. Even 30 years ago, probably wouldn't matter if you're 40, you'd still have a crash out in your friend's lounge, because everyone was on the grog or whatever. Now everyone just sits at home and plays games. Others are in games and that, but people don't want to get out and mingle with people, do they? It's when you can't get people to mingle with and that, you wish you could. And then when people that are really popular and have people to mingle with, they don't want to do it anyway, because everyone's, I think it's making people become like all these psychotics that are attacking people and that, because we've forgotten how to mix with other humans, But I try to use this sort of things, Facebook and different stuff like that, to meet up with people sometimes, I'm not going to do it, I don't know you guys, but you get to know people on Facebook over time, and I've met other YouTubers in the Philippines and different stuff, and, that's better. It's better to use social media to get into real life, if you know what I mean, to meet people, to whatever, you might, I don't know, you might meet a lady and go on a date, you might fellas and just hang out with them, or introduce them to a lady, and they can hang out if you trust them enough, or whatever, but use the social media to eventually find a way to do things in real damn life, not just sit on the bloody thing, you look at it, you might be a surfer, you see a surfing club, you go do it, or you ride motorbikes, you join a car club, whatever, you got to use social media to do things where you don't have to be on bloody social media, I guess, Get out and do things with people, yeah. That's probably the best way to meet like-minded people in some ways, because everyone's on their phones, you're not meeting them in the street, They look at you funny if you talk to them and that, but then if you're talking to 600 people and they all have on your Facebook account and they've all got similar interests, well, why the hell not meet up every now and again or something, yeah? Oh, yeah, cool, brother. I haven't ridden a motorbike in many, many years. I'm not really a bike rider, but I did have a little scooter there for a while. I'll let the licence relapse, because it's a pain in the ass, going real P's and everything. And, I think when I was a kid, I might have had like a little 60cc or something. But anyway, yeah, motorbikes are cool. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself on it. But yeah, no, motorbikes are cool. Yeah, bit of freedom, isn't it? And you know, police. I hope the police don't pick. I'm not saying again. You might be a policeman. I don't know, but I hope some of the gun ho highway patrol don't pick on you. Know, the motorbikes and P-platers, and I mean, I know P-platers they've got to watch them so they don't wrap themselves around poles and that. But I think some of the patrol guys do pick on P-platers. They do pick on motorbike riders. They do pick on someone that's got a big spoiler, you know, and often people that are on a bike or in a hodded up car, they've got it done up safer than someone that's just driving a standard, you know, Toyota Camry. I was going to say Commodore, but they're not making them now, are they? But a Toyota Camry or whatever, you know. But, yeah. I could have just been coincidence, but the other night I was in the taxi. I think I saw 3 separate cars pulled up, or 2 were pulled up at once. Maybe they were racing, I don't know, a car and a ute. Then another car, 3 lots of highway patrols. Every car was a P-plater. So, I don't know. Were they really worried about the P-platers, or are they picking on the P-platers? I don't know. It just seemed funny. 3 cars pulled over, all P-platers. Other people could be cruising around like us in our taxis, doing 30 k's an hour, which is good if they leave workers alone. But, you know, you could be flying through 80, 90 in a 60 zone. P-plater probably does nothing. Let the dude do a 90 because he's not a P-plater. Go, pull a P-plater up, go over their car, defect them. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to end it in a moment, totally. You can jump off if you want. I might end now, actually, and put eye drop in I've got to put in. Eye drops. Take care, beautiful people. Yeah, I'll drive taxi. I'm getting a bit sick of it in some ways. It's not even the violence or that stuff. I was saying earlier, it's the FPOS that's annoying me. I gave a job away today. I wasn't going to worry about it because it was a half fare and then it was all on FPOS. It wasn't the fella's fault. He was a nice guy. I just said forget about it. But, you know, you get these errors with the FPOS, the machines. You get into different get into different areas, the FPOS doesn't work. It just gets annoying after a while. It really does cost us money and time. No, not having a go at anyone, but just when everyone was paying in cash, when I started driving in 2006, nearly everyone paid for cabs in cash. It was a lot easier. We spoke on the CB. We didn't have all these tablets or computer things to, you know, like today, one cab knocked off early I was working with because his data head wasn't showing people where he was, like the base operators, because the data head computer system's breaking down. Then I have the issue of the FPOS. When it was all cash and CB radios, man, we didn't have this drama, you know. Everything worked. Technology's good while it works, but when it doesn't work and it's your livelihood, it's a pain in the, you know what. But yeah. Oh, I don't know about giving people discounts, mate. Maybe if I know you properly one day and see you, I might start the meter a bit late. Who knows? But yeah. Anyway, beautiful people, I always say be kind, be respectful. You don't want to be kind to some people, be respectful anyway. Respect goes a long way. Take care, good people. Love your work. Thank you for being on here, and some of you have watched for most of the time I've been on. So thank you. Salute and respect to you all. Take care, people. See ya. Yeah, thanks for telling me good man. I can try to be. Anyway, you're all good people too, I believe, for being here and being respectful. Thank you. Bye-bye.